What's up everyone? I'm Hannah Singer and welcome to my channel. So, for today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, I'm going to be reflecting on my life. We're going to be talking about silly things that I took for granted before going to college, and I'm sure many of you, if you are my age and in college, you could probably agree with me upon these things. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so I have a little list on my phone, and this is in no order whatsoever. It's just going to be random. Number 1, the first thing that I took for granted before college was showering with no shoes on. I know this is so stupid, but it's life-changing. When I came back and I took a shower and didn't have to wear flip-flops, I realized how much I appreciated showering with no shoes on. Obviously in college, the floors are disgusting, the showers are pretty gross, and you have to wear shoes, otherwise you will probably end up with some sort of disease. Not gonna lie though, I've never showered with no shoes on. I've always showered with flip-flops on at college, but I've ran into the bathroom before with no shoes on because I had to pee really bad. I feel like I need to do a little disclaimer too. This video is not supposed to be like, oh my gosh, my life is horrible at college because I have to wear shoes in the shower. Like, no, not at all. I love college. I've loved my experience so far, for the most part, but it's just me reflecting on things that I took for granted at home, because now that I am back home, I don't want to take those things for granted. I really want to completely immerse myself in all of the wonderful things that I have while I am home. So it's totally a gratitude exercise. It is not supposed to be something that is bashing on the fact that I have to wear shower shoes or, you know, all the other stuff. So the next thing that I took for granted before college, and this is an obvious one, is cars. So for me, I live on the east side, the southeast side of my campus, and it's pretty much a far walk to go anywhere from where I live. It's not horrible, but adjusting to that was definitely a change, and it's fine now because I'm so used to it. So when I look at my maps and it's like, oh, 40-minute walk, I'm like, nah, no big deal. But before, I used to be like, oh my gosh, a 10-minute walk, like that's so long. Cars are definitely nice, and that's one thing I definitely took advantage of being home. I just would drive everywhere, and then you get to school and you walk everywhere and you're just like, I'm dying, but you burn a lot more calories, so it's actually kind of nice. Having a car in the wintertime, definitely miss that, but honestly it's not too bad because it's kind of fun to walk everywhere and be in nature. The third thing that I took for granted before going to college is home-cooked meals. Wow. Missed those. My mom is an amazing cook, and she can take any recipe and veganize it and make it so delicious. But when you're in school and you have places to be and you don't really have a lot of time to sit around and mess with recipes, you kind of just make the same things over and over again. So now that I'm home, I am taking advantage of it. I'm trying to learn how she's cooking these amazing meals and try to implement some of that when I go back to school. I'm really grateful for my mom's cooking and home-cooked meals, and that was a blessing that I had growing up, and that is something that I realized I definitely took for granted when I went to college, because I'm not used to eating out as much as I did in the beginning of the year and just not eating as many nutritiously dense meals. Number 4. I took for granted filtered water. I'm not trying to be like, oh my gosh, my water is a certain way. But I have noticed, like, being home, having filtered water, I'm super grateful for that. I know it sounds kind of silly, but having good water is very good for you. You know, like if there's like toxins or different metals or anything like that, traces of anything in your water, it can make you sick. And not that that has like affected me immensely at school, but it's definitely something that I did take for granted when I was home. And I'm someone who doesn't like to use plastic water bottles. I like to obviously reuse my own. I get really thirsty and I'm like, I need water. I just fill it up in the sink at school. And I don't know if that's gross. Number 5, I took for granted having food. Like loads of food. So this kind of goes with home cooked meals, but this is just like having an abundance, I guess you could say, of food. Like living at home, I have a huge family, and so we all eat a lot, so we have a lot of food ready to go, especially in the beginning of the year because I wasn't getting groceries. I started to towards the end, but I wasn't in the beginning. I was just living off of the meal plan, and I couldn't get all the nutrients that I needed with just eating the same types of foods every single day. So I definitely took for granted having access to so many different types of foods and so many different fruits and vegetables. Shout out to my mom because she makes the best food always. So number 6 is a pretty obvious one as well. This is just being grateful for my family and my dog. I definitely took them for granted before going to college, and I'm sure many people could agree with me on this one as well. I don't know, I obviously love my family and I love my dog so very much. Right before college, I don't know if anyone else was in this situation, but I had a lot going on my senior year and a lot to take on mentally and physically. Towards the end of the summer, I was just like I was done with high school. I was so over it. I just wanted to start this new chapter of my life. Sometimes I let that negativity affect and that anxiety almost like affect my relationships with my family and my dog, and not in like an extreme way, but I just definitely could have been more compassionate. Something that I really work on now is making sure that my time and the way that I speak to my family and anyone is with a positive undertone. For me, my family is a big part of my life, and I know they only want the best for me and that they're only there to support me and love me, and so I wanted to be able to give that back to them, and I knew I wasn't, you know, being the best version of myself before I left. So coming back, I really am aware of the words that I say and how I act. Okay, this is kind of a materialistic one, but the 7th thing that I took for granted is clothes. I am a contemporary dance major, so I was like, what do I need? Just athletic wear and ballet clothes and stuff like that I can dance in. So I pretty much only brought athletic wear to school and stuff that I can dance in. I brought one pair of jeans and maybe like one nice top. Not even, I just brought like a flannel. That was like my nice top. I'm someone who loves fashion and I express myself in the way that I dress. So it was kind of interesting to go from having a bigger wardrobe to wearing just athletic wear all the time. Coming back now and looking through my closet, it's like going shopping. I'm definitely not a minimalist. I would love to be, and I'm trying. Coming home, it's nice because I don't have to be like, oh, I need to go out and buy clothes. I have clothes here that I haven't worn for so long, so to me it's like they're new. The 8th thing that I took for granted is going to the bathroom in peace. So at home, I share a bathroom with 2 of my sisters, and it's not bad because we're so close that it doesn't matter. And at school, let's just say it's a little bit different. So the 9th thing that I took for granted, kind of similar to sharing a bathroom, but just like having your own space in general. I'm a very introverted person. I'm a very social person, and I'm a very outgoing and I guess you could say bubbly person, but I definitely thrive off of my alone time. I love my roommate though. She's amazing, and we live like very well together, and we respect each other's spaces and stuff, which is super nice. The next thing that I took for granted is not having to use keys to get into everything. Being home, I've realized that it's so nice not having to do that. I'm someone who, like, I always have to pee. I swear, I always do. Like, I literally had to go pee in the middle of this, and I went pee before I started filming. So I drink a ton of water. I always have to pee. It's who I am. And I swear, and my roommate could probably test for this, I will run into our room, throw my stuff down, and run to the bathroom, and then I'll like forget my key and have to run back into the room, grab it, or I'll just be like shoveling my stuff everywhere and like trying to like pull it up on my phone, and I'll just be like sitting there like arching my back, like bouncing around waiting for the door to open, and it is the worst feeling in the world. I'm very grateful for it because of safety reasons and security reasons. It is truly amazing how much security there is with that, but like it's a pain in the butt sometimes. The last thing that I took for granted before going to college is toilet paper. I really took for granted toilet paper before college because the toilet paper that I have at my house is like softer and just a little bit more durable, and the toilet paper that we have at school is like the super thin kind that's almost a little bit like rough and papery, and it's pretty painful. It's not a huge deal because toilet paper is toilet paper. You use it, you get over it. But it's just a weird thing that I took for granted. That is all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it because it was very fun for me to think about and just reflect on my life. I am so grateful to be able to go to college, and I'm so grateful to be able to come back home during my breaks. But I just thought this would be fun to reflect upon some things that I took for granted before going to school. So thank you for watching this video. Definitely check out some of my other videos. I usually make a video every week. I had finals week, things got a little crazy. That is why it has been a little bit. Anyways, bye. That was really bad at covering it. Seriously though.